Welcome to the Reconcilence Review Show. It's that time of year again, the greatest time of the year, December, and that means Christmas is right around the corner. Now this year, in accordance with my Christmas special reviews on my other channel, I'll be reviewing 4 of the soundtracks to the classic Rankin Bass Christmas specials. With their massive amounts of charm and simplicity, there's no wonder that we love to watch these timeless classics every year to end the year off right. This week we'll be reviewing the soundtrack to the one that started it all, 1964's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, released on Decca Records. This soundtrack is a little piece of Christmas magic. The version I have is on CD, which contains both the A and B sides from the original vinyl release, which by the way has some really nice cover art compared to the CD version. I even have a copy of the vinyl in my record collection. The first half of the soundtrack is comprised of the main songs from the film, and the latter half consists of instrumentals performed by the Decca Records' very own Decca Concert Orchestra, and is a mix of scores from the film that didn't have vocals, coupled with instrumental versions of the main songs as well. All songs for this film and subsequent soundtrack were composed by Johnny Marks, who specialized in this particular style of music and served as the go-to guy if you wanted an original quality Christmas song back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And with that being said, settle down by the fireplace and treat yourself to a cup of hot cocoa with marshmallows as we dive into our review of the soundtrack to the Rankin Bass 1964 classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Track number 1, Overture and Holly Jolly Christmas. The beginning melody is an instrumental hodgepodge that showcases a few seconds of all the main songs from the film. It's done very well and really gets you into the holiday spirit. That then transitions into a rendition of Holly Jolly Christmas performed by the legendary Elves, who will also serve as our trusty narrator in the form of a happy snowman. Now I can't speak for the very young kids today or even the ones who are on the cusp of coming of age during this current time in 2023, but I can guarantee if you were a kid growing up anytime from the 1960s to the 1990s, you grew up with these specials, and these songs have held a special place in your heart even to this day. And I speak from experience, having been born in 1992. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. What a perfect way to start this album. You hear it once, you'll never forget it. I give this one a 10 out of 10. The next song is called Jingle Jingle Jingle.
Jingle, 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 you will hear my sleigh bells.
This is Santa Claus's solo song. He just sings about who he is and what he does as Santa. Not one of the songs that I have a particular sentimental attachment to, but I'll be damned if it isn't catchy as hell. And ultimately, it will make you smile a bit. I give this one a 6.5 out of 10. The next song is called We Are Santa's Elves.
Ho, 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 we are Santa's elves.
A nice little catchy tune here. This time, it's the elves who get the spotlight as they sing about who they are and what they do to assist Santa. Another 6.5 out of 10. The next song is called There's Always Tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow.
My absolute favorite song in the film and the album. The first time I heard this as a child, it felt like a warm blanket was draped over me, and it still makes me feel that way to this day. This song is performed by Clarice the Reindeer, Rudolph's admirer. It's a beautiful song, and I always look forward to the part in the film that includes it. Give this one a 10 out of 10. The next song is called We're a Couple of Misfits.
We're a couple of misfits. We're a couple of...
This plays right after Rudolph the Reindeer meets Herbie the Elf, and the two sing about how they're both misfits in their respective societies. Rudolph because of his bright red nose, and Herbie because he aspires to be a dentist instead of an elf. Again, not one of the songs that I particularly love, but it's still a good track regardless. I give it a 6 out of 10. The next song is called Silver and Gold, performed by Elves.
Silver and gold, silver and gold. Everyone...
Another one of my favorite songs from the film. The words will be stuck in your head once you hear it once, but that pretty much goes for a majority of the songs for this soundtrack. I give this one another 10 out of 10. The next song is called The Most Wonderful Day of the Year. Another one of my favorites, probably one of the most catchy in the film, and that's saying a lot considering how many are on this soundtrack. The beginning part always gives me the chills when I hear it, but because the tone, it starts off melancholic for the first few seconds, and you think the song is going to go in a different direction, but then it erupts into the most cheerful thing you could think of. Definitely it'll put a smile on your face for sure. I give this one another 10 out of 10. The next song is called Holly Jolly Christmas.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
A reprise of the same song from the earlier melody collage, and like this one gets a 10 out of 10. The final song for the main songs on the first half of the album is the title track, and the name of this whole damn thing, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
This is the perfect way to end the film, and I mean, how could it not be? This song is so embedded in the collective public consciousness that you still know it even if you've never seen the Rankin Bass film before. What else can I say? It's a staple of the holidays. I give it another 10 out of 10. Now we move on to the instrumental side of the soundtrack. The next song is called Christmas Melody, which consists of 3 instrumentals that flow into one another. The first is The Night Before Christmas, the second is A Merry Christmas, and the third is When Santa Claus Gets Your Letter. It's a delightful little tune that will put you in the holiday mood for sure. Now, some parts of it I favor more than others, but overall it's charming. I give it an 8 out of 10. Now the next 8 songs are just instrumental versions of the main songs from the film, played in the same manner with the orchestra filling in the gaps with additional rhythms that mimic the vocal melodies. They're all superbly done, and I'd even go as far as to say that the instrumental version of We're a Couple of Misfits is better than the full version with Herbie and Rudolph. Collectively, I give them a full 10 out of 10. And the final song for this project is called I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. The only song not specifically written for the film, this song is based on the 1863 poem Christmas Bells by American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and was first put to music back in 1872 until it was recorded for the first time by Johnny Marks in 1957 and reused as an instrumental for this film. Everyone has covered this song, spanning several decades and several genres, from Bing Crosby to the Carpenters to Harry Belafonte, and of course, the man who recorded my favorite version of the song, Frank Sinatra. As far as the instrumental version, it's fine. It's not bad by any means. It just doesn't take much creative license with the melody, and it pretty much follows the structure of every version that's ever been recorded before, sans vocals, with little variation. But it's perfectly serviceable here. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. Overall, this is a delightful soundtrack to a beloved holiday special. All of the songs for the most part are classic Christmas staples and have been for 59, 60 years next Christmas. And what I love about this soundtrack and all of the other Rankin Bass Christmas soundtracks is that they're well written and masterfully performed and can completely stand on their own outside of the film. You can play it in the background while you bake some Christmas cookies, build a gingerbread house, or put up your holiday decorations to get you into the Christmas spirit. Also, just to keep everyone updated, I have another channel that I recently started where I do film and television reviews, and in accordance with the Christmas soundtrack reviews on this channel, every week I'll be dropping a review of each Rankin Bass film that goes with each one of these soundtracks. They'll be released on the same day as the soundtrack reviews during each week of the month, so if anyone is interested in that kind of content, the review for the Rankin Bass film Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is available now at the link below. Overall, I give this soundtrack a 9.5 out of 10. I'd like to take this time to thank my editor. Your hard work is always appreciated, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you, so thank you. And to everyone viewing this, I'd like to thank you for your time as well. It certainly means a lot. Join me next week as we review the soundtrack for the next Rankin Bass title, 1969's Frosty the Snowman. Until then, everyone, enjoy your December, embrace goodwill and kindness, be safe, and take care of yourself and each other. Goodbye.